and we're going to be going over the MLB slate, the NHL slate, and the NBA slate. We got 15 games in the MLB. We got 2 games in the NHL. We got 1 game in the National Basketball Association. But first, before we get into that, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live here at Earle Sports Bets. All right, quick recap of what happened yesterday. I'll go first so I can forget about it. I went 1-3 in baseball, but my actual bets went 0-3-1 in baseball. I lost on the under in Texas and Colorado. Actually, that was a premium play. I also lost on Washington and Detroit first 5, and my bet on New York and San Diego pushed, but the video play won because it was 6.5 at the time. And I went 1-1 in hockey. I actually profited a little bit in hockey. Hurricanes get the job done, as well as and then the Islanders fall in overtime. So I hit on one of the dogs, played both dogs. One of them hit. I made some money there, but baseball I wish could have been a little bit better. What about you, Tim?
First of all, good morning. Yeah, yesterday was a lot better of a day. Oh, well, I mean, the last 2 days have been really solid for me. Nailed both NBA games. Had Denver. I know a lot of people had Portland. Nope. And I had the Phoenix Suns. I also hit on both my player props for the NBA. Monte Morris got like 20 points, and LeBron James got 29. So 1.5 points under the total, which was fantastic. So we hit both of those. Baseball was a 1-2 day. I got a big win from the Tampa Bay Rays at a +185. Unfortunately, the Mets and the Cubbies couldn't do it for me, but ultimately it was a profitable day. I had Phoenix money line, so that was nice. So yeah, profitable day, and ready to get into today's slate. Got some more money to make.
All right, and about today's slate, let's get right into it. Starting it off with the 7:05 game, we have the Washington Nationals at the Philadelphia Phillies. Around a -114, -115 for the Phillies, +104, 105 run back for the Washington Nationals. We got Max Scherzer and we got Zach Wheeler on the mound for these two teams. Where are we looking for this first game?
I am looking at the Philadelphia Phillies for this one. I'm big fan of Zach Wheeler right now. He's been pitching a lot better as of late, when Scherzer hasn't really been pitching all particularly that well. Both these teams have been on a little bit of a struggle streak, so it's not really me liking one of the sides. It's me liking Zach Wheeler over Max Scherzer. I think that Wheeler gets the job done today. -114 for the Phillies, like that spot. In terms of a total, I think I would lean more towards the over. Scherzer has been getting tagged up lately, so he has not been the normal Max Scherzer that we think. And Zach Wheeler is he's been pitching solid, so I think that Phillies only allow 2 to 3 runs. I think this ends up being like a 5-3 game for Philadelphia, so I'm going to be grabbing Philly today against the Nationals.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to start off with a good old pass. I don't see any value on either of these sides right now. I would lean towards the under in this game. It is a 7, but these are two very good pitchers. Looking at the matchup, Zach Wheeler is 4-2, a 2.52 ERA, .93 WHIP, 92 strikeouts, 16 walks, and 75 innings pitched. On the opposite side, Max Scherzer is 4-4, 2.34 ERA, .82 WHIP, 95 strikeouts, 14 walks, and 69 1/3 innings pitched. I like the under a little bit here. I'd probably be first 5 under, but that's a 3.5. So really, there's no spots for me to go after this game. I'm just going to lay off. I think there's better spots on the card than this one. No action for me on this game. Heading into our next one, we are looking at the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cody Petit takes on Mitch Keller in this matchup. Around -106, -104. Pick them in this game. Looking at the pitching matchup, Petit 2-1, a 2.95 ERA, 0.84 WHIP, 19 strikeouts, 4 walks, 21 1/3 innings pitched. Mitch Keller 3-6, a 6.54 ERA, a 1.69 WHIP, 46 strikeouts, 23 walks, and 42 2/3 innings pitched so far this season. And yes, I understand that the Marlins have lost 6 straight games here, but I see this as a good spot for the Marlins. I would back the Marlins first 5, but I have the Marlins full game here. Pick 'em -104. I think they finally snapped this losing streak versus a bad Pittsburgh team. Pittsburgh is 11-15 at home. They're 18-26 versus right-handed pitching. They have lost 7 of their last 10 games, just like the Marlins have. So I think this is a spot for Miami to take the game here and end their losing streak. I also lean towards the over. Both these teams have been playing over their last few games. Miami over in 2 straight, Pittsburgh over in 3 straight. So I lean towards the over as well, especially with Mitch Keller pitching, who's struggled so far this season with an ERA above 6.5. So over is a lean. My bet is on the Miami Marlins in this one. Good morning, Allie. How are you? All right, your spot for this game.
Passing. Yeah, sorry, I was fixing the thumbnail. I accidentally threw up the June 3rd instead of the June 4th because I typed it in wrong. Yeah, I'm going to be passing on this game. I can't really, in my right mind, go after the Miami Marlins right now. They are on a bit of a losing streak. I think they've lost 5 straight. 6 straight? Wow, okay. Yeah, no, this is not a spot that I want to go to Miami. I'd rather go after Pittsburgh, but this is no, I'm not going after either of these teams. I'm going to go after teams that actually I know that can win. So if anything, maybe a look towards the under in this game, just because these offenses have been struggling, especially on that Miami side. Petit has been pitching pretty well. Keller has been pitching. He's been pitching 3-6 with a 6.54. Now, this is a spot that I'd rather go towards an under and rather than a side, but this one's just gonna be a full fade for me.
All right, we're gonna head to our next game here. Battle in the Bronx. We have the Boston Red Sox at the New York Yankees for this one. Nathan Eovaldi versus Michael King is a -117 for the Yankees, +107 for the Red Sox. Where are you looking at for this one?
I'm going to Boston. I like the Red Sox today. At the plus money, I think it's a good spot for them. Nathan Eovaldi has been pitching pretty well for them this year, 6-2, 4.01. And we're getting Michael King on the other side for the Yankees. I believe this is going to be some type of bullpen game, or does he actually pitch full games? Hold on. Yeah, this is going to be a bullpen game. He's gone 2, 3, and 2. Yeah, I'd rather go after the Red Sox today. I think that's a better spot for them. So Red Sox plus 107. I think they're going to come back off. They're going to be hyped up for this game. They just came off a bad series against the Houston Astros. Give me the Boston Red Sox today against the New York Yankees. Nick?
All right. For me, I'm passing on. Or no, I'm not passing on this game. Wow, I've read that wrong. I'm on the under in this game. This is a spot where, let's take a look at the pitchers. Michael King is 0-2 with 2.86 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 20 strikeouts, 10 walks in 22 innings pitched. Under recently, both these teams have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games. Yankees hitting has been struggling, but their pitching staff has been really good. This is a really good bullpen as well for the Yankees, so it being a bullpen game does not worry me at all as for an under here. So I'm taking under 9 runs between the Yankees and the Red Sox. I can see this being one of those hard-fought games. I can see this also being a 12-inning game like we have seen in the years past. So I like the under in this game. 9 runs I think is a little high for these for the Yankees right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, heading into our next game here, we're looking at the Cleveland Indians and the Baltimore Orioles. This is our premium play over on picksandparleys.net. If you guys want to check that out, the link to that is in the description of the video down below. Heading into our next game, we have the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. And we got a really good Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. And we got a really good pitching matchup in this when we have Zach Greinke's 5-2 with 3.67 WHIP, 57 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 73 2/3 innings pitched. Hyunjin Ryu is 5-2 with 2.62 ERA, 1.05 WHIP, 58 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 58 1/3 innings pitched. For this one, it would be, let's see where the line is here. It would be a lean towards the Toronto Blue Jays. I do not have any action on this one. It would be also a lean towards the under. Houston's gone under in 3 straight games, and their offense, though, is really good. So I'm not going to – these are the top 3 offenses in the league. Houston's ranked number 2 with 5.21 runs per game. Toronto is 3rd with 5.04 runs per game. So these are 2 really good offenses as well. They're playing in Buffalo, which I believe will produce more runs as well. So it would be probably a lean towards the over, if anything, probably, and then a slight lean towards the Blue Jays. But not enough of an edge for me here to look at a side or total.
Yeah, I'm going to be passing on this one as well. I was really looking at Houston for this game, but these 2 teams have both been meh lately. 6 out of their last 10 wins for Toronto. Houston's 5-5 their last 10. Houston is coming off of a series against. We just went over this. Hold on. Against the Red Sox, where they did take 3 out of 4, something like that.
Something on those lines.
All the games meshed together at this point. I would lean towards the Houston Astros in this one just because of the plus money. Zach Greinke and Hyunjin Ryu are both going to be solid pitchers today, so I think it will be most likely a under, but I would rather go after – I'm going to be passing on this game, but I'd rather go after the Houston Astros than the Toronto Blue Jays for this one.
All righty. Heading to our next game on the slate, we have the Dodgers and the Braves. Around a -130 for the Dodgers, a +120 for the Braves, over under 8.5 runs for this game. We're getting Ian Anderson versus Julio Arias. Where are you looking in this matchup?
I think there's one spot that I can look, and that's towards the Dodgers in this one. Atlanta has not been playing well. They won their last game, but they have been a little bit shaky pretty much this entire season. So I'm not a spot I really want to go after. Dodgers have been a little bit shaky the last 10 games as well. If anything, I would rather go after the Dodgers on the run line, but for all intents and purposes here, I'm going to be passing on today's game between it. Probably a lean towards the under. Julio Urias has been pitching really good lately, all season long actually, and Ian Anderson has been quite solid as well. So maybe an under in this game, but overall a pass.
All right. Yeah, for me, it'd be a lean towards the under in this game. Ian Anderson, 4-2 with 3.27 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 59 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 55 innings pitched. Julio Urias has looked really good this year. He's 7-2, 3.61 ERA, 0.95 WHIP, 75 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 67 1/3 innings pitched. It would be a lean towards the Dodgers, if anything. Just this price is a little bit wide, for my opinion. I have this game lined around a 120 on each side, so I think this game is lined perfectly the way it should be. So no edge on that one, and I don't really see an edge on the total as well. So I'm going to just lay off this game as well. There's better spots on the card. All right, our next game here is the Tampa Bay Rays and the Texas Rangers. We got Josh Fleming versus Kyle Gibson in this matchup. And it is a -127 for the Rays, +117 for the Rangers. Where are you looking at for this one?
I think there's only one spot that I really can look, and I'm going after Tampa Bay again. I've been on them every single game against the Yankees, but I will be taking them on the run line because I'm not going to be paying a -127 price. And I feel confident about this one because Texas has lost 9 straight. They have played awful lately, and I think that even with Kyle Gibson on the mound, they'll be able to Tampa Bay will be able to come through and score enough and take a win here. I do like Tampa Bay on the run line for this game. So grabbing them there.
What's up, Timmy OG?
How about them Nuggets plus money? You know it. You know it.
All right, let me get back to that game here. Yeah, for me, it would be Tampa Bay or nothing as well. I'm laying off this game, though. Tampa Bay is a really good road team as well. This game just shouts Tampa Bay at me, though. I might get involved later in the day, but for right now, I'm not adding anything to my card. Basically, anything I write before show, that's what I'm going with. I'm not adding stuff to my card, and this is just not something I had written before the show started. But yes, I would absolutely go with Tampa Bay. Now looking at it a little bit more, 21-9 on the road, 23-14 versus right-handed pitching, 7-3 in their last 10 games versus the Rangers, who have lost 9 of their last 10 games, actually 9 in a row. They're 13-13 at home. This is just not a team you really want to back. Kyle Gibson, 3-0 though, 2.24 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, 48 strikeouts, 19 walks, 16 and third innings pitch. I believe that's what kept me off this game, was Kyle Gibson pitching so well. Josh Fleming, 5-3 at 2.98 ERA, 28 strikeouts, 12 walks, 45 and 1/3 innings pitched for him. I like Tampa Bay if I had to go anywhere here, but once again, if you don't have to make a play on every single game, and I'm not making a play on this game. So far, I only have the Miami Marlins, but I do have more. I also have the under in New York and Boston. That's right. So I do have more action coming your way. Just it's going to be the next game, though. Our next game is the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Milwaukee Brewers, around a -200, -195, -200 for the Milwaukee Brewers, around back of +180-ish. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, some good ice games tonight. Yes, we will go over that. We'll go over that in a little bit. Why didn't you guys DM me? Just DM us after the show. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, DM us on Twitter at Earle Sports Bets. We'll hit you up.
All right, but looking at this game, we have Freddie Peralta and Max Peacock on the mound for these two teams. Matt Peacock, 2-1 at 4.50 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 21 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 28 innings pitched. Peralta is 5-1 at 2.38 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, 83 strikeouts, 24 walks, and 56 2/3 innings pitched. And for this one, I'm going to continue to ride the streak here. The Arizona Diamondbacks have gone over the total. Sorry, I have to flip my page here. In 7 straight games. I'm going to continue to ride the streak until this dies. So we're going Arizona and Milwaukee over. It's over 8, and it's at -120 on our book. So Arizona, Milwaukee over 8 in this game. Milwaukee's gone over in 2 straights. Arizona over in 7 straight. So that's where I'm heading for this game, is Milwaukee, Arizona over 8 runs.
Yeah, I'm going to be passing on this game. I understand the whole the biggest concern for me with the over in this game will be Milwaukee. Their offense has been struggling a little bit as of late. It's Arizona that's been hitting like crazy or allowing up a crap ton of runs. If anything in this game, you would have to look, I guess, towards Milwaukee on the run line, but at this point, that's only a +100, and I'm not really sure if I'd be interested in doing that just because of Milwaukee's offense. So if anything, this one is most likely a pass for me, but maybe a slight lean towards the Milwaukee run line. Freddie Peralta has been pitching fantastic this year, and Matt Peacock has been he's been pitching, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, this one's going to be just a pass for me, and rather go after some other games.
Yeah, I mean, with the offense of Milwaukee, it hasn't been as bad lately. They've put up at least 30 runs in 7 straight games. They did in the last game. They put up 7 runs versus the Diamondbacks. They scored 7 runs against Detroit. 3 runs, 3 runs, 6 runs, 4 runs, 6 runs. So this team has been putting up a little bit more offense recently. So the offense for Milwaukee is not a huge concern for me anymore, like it was In the beginning of the season, they got Yelich back. They got a few players back. So this is a Milwaukee offense that is going to be waking up. I believe they're going to get it. And they also added a bat with Willie Adames at shortstop from Tampa Bay, which he's going to definitely help that offense in Milwaukee. So I do like the over in this game. And I don't think the offense for Milwaukee is really something we have to worry about at right now, just like kind of the Mets, because they put up, 35 runs in 5 games. So those are 2 offenses that are waking up. But we'll move on to our next game here. We had the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are around a -117, +107 run back for the Twins. Matt Shoemaker, Brad Keller are the pitching matchup for this one. And where are you looking for this game?
I think you have to look towards the over in this one. Both these pitchers have been not good at all. 2-6, 5.9 ERA for Matt Shoemaker. Brad Keller 5-4 with 5.68. Both of them have not been pitching well this year. It's only a 9.5 on the total. Maybe a lean towards the over. Personally, I'm not betting it. I have 4 bets today. So this is just not one of the games I want to get to. But if anything, maybe a lean towards the over and a lean towards Kansas City in this one. I do not trust Matt Shoemaker in this game at all. I probably won't trust him the rest of the year, so he'll be a fade pitcher for me. This is just going to be a fade game in general. Drop and stuff.
Yep, my bad. Yeah, for me, looking at the pitching matchup, as Tim pointed out, it's not a good one. Matt Shoemaker's 2-6, a 5.90 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 33 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 50 in a third innings pitched. Brad Keller 5-4, a 5.68 ERA, a 1.74 WHIP, 46 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 50 2/3 innings pitched. These are 2 pitchers that have not looked good. These are 2 offenses that can put up runs, and these are 2 teams that can go over this total. They have gone over. Both these teams have the same over/under record in their last 10 games, 6-3-1. It would be a overlook, if anything. I do not have any action on this game. It'd be a lean towards the over, and it would be a lean towards the Twins at plus money. Yes, I'm aware they've been struggling lately. That's why I'm not betting it. That's why it's just a lean. But I have this game as an exact pick 'em at plus 100 on either side. So I see slight value on the Minnesota Twins, but not enough for me to go out and want to bet it. Our next game here, we're looking at the Chicago White Sox hosting the Detroit Tigers. We're getting Spencer Turnbull, Dallas Keuchel for this matchup. A decent pitching matchup, a very underrated pitching matchup for this one. Spencer Turnbull 4-2, a 2.93 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 40 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 46 innings pitched. Dallas Keuchel 4-1, 4.53 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 30 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 59 2/3 innings pitched for him. Both these pitchers have looked good. It would be a lean towards the under, if anything, for me here. These 2 teams have been trending towards the under recently. Detroit's 2-7-1 in their last 10 games, over under 4-6-0 for the White Sox in their last 10 games. Both these teams trend towards the under. These are 2 good pitchers. It'd be an under or nothing for me. I'm not playing anything on this game. I have a couple plays coming up later, but I have nothing in this one.
Yeah, this one's going to be a pass for me as well. If anything, maybe a slight lean towards Chicago on the run line. But this one's just not a spot I want to get to. Don't want to pay the big price tag with Chicago. They have been playing better as of late. They've won 7 out of their last 10. So it is a spot that they are doing a little bit better. And Detroit is Detroit, so I don't really want to go after them. Spencer Turnbull has been pitching a lot better as of late, so I don't mind him. And maybe a look towards the under in this one with both those pitchers pitching the way that they are this year. But overall, no, this one's just a pass for me in this one.
All right, moving on. Cincinnati Reds at the St. Louis Cardinals. Luis Castillo versus Quang Kim in this matchup. Kim has looked pretty decent this year. Actually, not great. Pretty decent compared to his opponent today. 1-3 for Kim, 3.65 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 33 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 37 innings pitched. Luis Castillo 1-8, a 7.22 ERA, 1.78 WHIP, 48 strikeouts, 23 walks, 52 1/3 innings pitched. And if you have anyone in the major leagues that's a bigger disappointment than this year than Luis Castillo, I'd be surprised. I was expecting him to be the ace of this staff. He was supposed to be the best pitcher this Reds team has, and he's looked lost. He's looked awful. 1-8, a 7.22 ERA. Eventually, you think he turns it around, but I'm not trying to throw darts here saying he's going to turn it around today. It'd be leaning towards the over in this game for me. And I was looking at betting the Cardinals last night at -125. I didn't pull the trigger on it, and now they're at -138. So I'm not getting involved in this game. This line's moved way too much for my liking. This is just keeping me off. I think all the value is gone on the Cardinals now. If you like the Cardinals, you're going to have to take them on the run line at +150. I don't hate that. I'm not personally doing it, but I don't hate it. Pass for me, definite lean for the Cardinals, definitely lean towards the over with Luis Castillo on the mound. It's a pretty simple one there. If you guys want to look at, I would say the first 5, but Cincinnati has the worst bullpen in the league, so you probably get a better price for them. -125. St. Louis plus -0.5 at +115 for the first 5. That's probably a great spot. If you want the Cardinals, take them first 5 -150 or -0.5 at +115. If anything, that's where I'm looking for this game. Passing on it though.
Yeah, I'm going to be passing this one as well. It's just, I mean, you want to really fade Luis Castillo. You really want to fade it. But I can't. If anything, I don't mind going after the run line for St. Louis, and I could very well go ahead and bet that right after the show. Right now, I don't have it, and I don't plan on betting it right at the second. But it would definitely be a lean towards St. Louis. We want to fade Luis Castillo. And the Reds, who have not – I mean, they've been playing a little bit better as of late, but they have not been the team that we expected them to be. I mean, we expected them to be a 500 team, so I guess that makes sense. But no, this one's probably a St. Louis or pass, over or pass, and this one, yeah. But I'm going to be passing on this one on both sides just because I don't have a absolute perfect answer for it.
All right, our next game here, the Oakland Athletics head into Colorado to Coors Field to play the Rockies. It is a -128 for the Athletics, a +118 for the Rockies in this one. Over under of 10. Oh, it's 11 runs now. Over under 11 runs for this game. Where are you looking at for this one?
You got to go under, right? I feel like that's just a very high run total. I'm personally passing on this game, so I'm not betting it, but I feel like 11 is just a really, really high total for these two teams. Colorado hasn't been hitting as of late. I mean, they've been hitting unders like crazy besides yesterday. I feel like this would be a spot for an under. Oakland's offense has been struggling too. They haven't been hitting as well. So this might be a spot where you want to go after the under. Personally, I'll pass on this one. Maybe a lean towards Colorado today at plus money, just because they've been playing better as of late. But no, this one's a pass for me.
Yeah, this is an interesting game for me. I really like this game. I have the under. I did bet the under. I unfortunately got it at 10.5. Now knowing that I could have gotten 11, I wish I could have gotten at the 11 here. Frankie Montas versus John Gray. John Gray is one of those weird Rockies pitchers where his home road splits are better than he's better at home than he is on the road, which is weird because the Rockies pitching staff is always worse at home because that mile high air is always creating more runs than Rockies. Plus that Coors Field plays big and does play semi big with allowing extra base hits, and you see the whips on these pitchers in Colorado are much higher than most places. And for me, I have the under in this game. I would lean towards the Rockies as well. They've been rock solid at home this year, and they've looked really good recently. They've won 4 straight games, 6 of their last 10. They're 19-12 at home. The only thing really keeping me off this game is they've struggled versus right-handed pitching this year. They're 15-28 in those games. So under is where I'm going. Lean towards this Rockies team has a dog at home with John Gray on the mound, which I think is their best pitcher. But yeah, it is a under spot for me in this one. For this one, our next game is the Seattle Mariners and the LA Angels. We're getting Shohei Ohtani versus Robert Duggar in this one. It is a minus 170 for the Angels, plus 157 for these Mariners. Where are you looking for this one?
I can't back either of these teams right now. Both of them have been struggling. Well, not really struggling for Seattle, but no, this is not a spot I want to get to. I don't want to pay a minus 167 price, the Shohei Ohtani tax per se, because it's the only time when LA is actually favored by this much is when he's on the mound. If anything, I'd rather go after Seattle in this game, but this one's just gonna be a pass for me. I don't really like this game.
Yeah, for me, it's a lean towards the under in this game, which is a 9, which is actually juiced minus 125. That's why I'm not getting on it. Shohei Ohtani, 1-1 at 2.72 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 50 strikeouts, 26 walks, and 36 in the third innings pitched. The only thing keeping me off the under in this game, Duggar is 0-1, a 6.23 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 17 strikeouts, 6 walks in 17 1/3 innings pitched. I'm going to lean towards the under in this game. I lean towards the Mariners in this game slightly. On the value side, I think it's like 1 cent of value according to where my line is compared to where the book's line is. So slightly lean towards Seattle, value side, slightly lean towards the under. No play on this game at all, though. And hello, Chanel L. Heading into our last game of the night, though, we have the New York Mets and the San Diego Padres are on a minus 175 now for these Padres, a plus 162 for the Mets. Joey Lachucci, the former Padre, heading up against Blake Snell in this one. Blake Snell 1-2, a 5.55 ERA, 1.60 WHIP, 70 strikeouts, 31 walks, and 47 innings pitched. Joey Lachucci, 6.56 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 27 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 23 in the third innings pitched. And for me, I am on the over in this game. This is two teams that are, at least the Mets, have been putting up some runs recently. They put up 3 last night, which means they put up 38 runs in their last 6 games. This offense has woken up in New York. Pete Alonso is back, so that helps. Pilar is back, so he helps. And all we need is 3 runs each from I've typed in Colorado. All we need is 3 runs each from these teams to at least get a push. This is where I was yesterday, and I'm back on it again today. I got a little bit better of a price with the minus 117 it is now. But I'm on the New York Mets over here. The Mets have gone over now in 6 straight games. If you got the 6.5 yesterday, they hit the over. So that is a spot I'm looking at. Plus, Joey Lachucci has not looked good this season. The 5.65 ERA speaks for itself. I mean, this is the only thing that I think really can change tonight is he's up against his former team. So maybe he has a little bit more incentive to go out and really perform tonight. Both these pitchers have not looked great so far this season, and we're getting a 7, which I think is a little low. So over 7 runs, Mets and Padres for me.
I like pain. I'm going with the New York Mets tonight. I put it out as one of my bets. I just think Lachucci's going to have a good game. I think that it's going to be a higher scoring game. So yeah, I agree with the over. But I think that this line is just way too wide. I see value on the Mets. I don't think that the Padres should be a minus. Oh, okay, it dropped 10 cents, so it's now a minus 176 instead of a minus 185. I got the Mets at a plus 175, I think. I feel like this is a good spot for the Mets to come back, bounce back. They almost had yesterday, and then they grounded out into a double play to end the game. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Mets plus money in this one and hope for the best with that. But that's the last of the baseball games for the day. Before we jump into basketball and hockey. We'll go over a couple, just shout out a couple of things. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. If you guys look at the first link in the description, it'll be picksandparleys.net/game time. If you want our 7-day package for 50% off, link to that's in the description below if you guys are interested. So go ahead and check that out. Obviously, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We have our show at 11 o'clock. Higgs goes on at 12. Allie goes on at 1:30. And me and Nick are back on Picks and Parleys at 6 for Game Time Decision. So you have a whole entire day of Picks and Parlay creators. So go ahead and check out us every day at 11. Higgs, 12. Allie, 1:30. And get yourselves into some winning picks. Not quite yet. We got one basketball game, and then we'll go over some hockey. And it is a big basketball game. I did a free pick video on this one, but we'll go over it as well. We get the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. This is game 6. We're going back to Dallas for this one, and Dallas is up 3-2. I've been all over Dallas's series. I have a prop bet for them to win the series at a +335 before game 1. I'm taking them tonight. I'm taking them to win. If anything, maybe a lean towards the under. I know the under is like a 216.5, so maybe a lean towards the under there. But Luka's back. A lot of people were concerned about his neck and everything. He came out and scored 46 points or something crazy last game. I don't have the exact number. I know that he went over his 30.5 that I had him at for my over/under. So let's just go back. Look, I just want to get the confirmed number. Luka ends it tonight. I 100% agree. I all over. Okay, my ESPN app doesn't want to work. He had a big game in Game 5. I think he has another big game in Game 6. I think that Dallas finishes the series tonight in their home stadium, and they'll end up going on to face. He had 42 points. My app actually finally worked. Dallas wins this game. I'm taking them. Let's go.
All right. Let me throw the Dallas pick into the thing here, and then we're going to head over to the ice. And then while you do the ice, I'll type in my player props. I have 2 of them today. So you got the Dallas Mavericks +2.5.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Heading into the ice. This should be a fun day of. I was wrong. He looked good. Look. Oh, she's saying something wrong.
No, it was understanding the concern for him because a neck injury is something serious. So no, that makes sense that it was like that.
Yeah, and yes, you were right. Save the puck. It is time for some NHL hockey. Stanley Cup playoffs. We're starting it off here with the Montreal Canadiens and the Winnipeg Jets. We get a. You're gonna 1 second. So I have to click onto the hockey here. There we go. We have a monitor that we have for off to the side. We have the Winnipeg Jets at a -110, a +100 for the Montreal Canadiens. Over under 5.5 in this one. Heavily juiced towards the under, and I'm on the opposite side as that one. I like the over in this game. Over 5.5 goals. The first game was an explosion. I see more goals tonight here in Game 2. I think this is going to be a very chippy game, especially after the incident with Evans at the end. Yes, Mark Scheifele got suspended, but this is going to be a spot where we're going to see a lot of chippy play, which I think will lead to a lot of penalties, which I think will lead to some goals. So over 5.5 goals, and we're getting it at an amazing +123 price for this game. Over is my look in this one. I also, unfortunately, have a ticket for the Winnipeg Jets to win the series, and Montreal currently leads 1-0. I would not be surprised if Montreal takes this game tonight as well. This Montreal team has played very well recently. Carey Price has looked unreal in net, and this is a scary team right now. They're playing perfect hockey. They came back from down 3-1. They came through in a spot that everyone in the world was on Winnipeg in Game 1, and they came out and shut everyone down, basically. I would not be surprised if Montreal wins tonight. I'm not betting the side. I already have Winnipeg to win the series. Unfortunately, minus 135, where you can get that at place, I believe, at plus 175 now. I lean towards the Winnipeg Jets just because I have the future on them. And I'm on the over 5.5 goals between the Jets and the Jets and the Canadiens tonight. The price is right. Right now, the price is right. Yes, Carey Price's looked really good. A good one there. Yeah, that was a hard game for me to look over. But at the end of the day, also looking at it, in Winnipeg, Montreal won 4 out of 5 meetings so far this season. Also in Winnipeg, the over has hit 4 out of 5 times. So I'm on the over in that one. Yeah, probably going to pass, but might take the over. Yeah. Especially if this drops down to a 5, I'll place another bet on it. Campino, Montreal, I'm riding. Yeah, I don't hate Montreal in this spot now, especially after the way I saw them play in Game 1. This is you're riding with them. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm on the over in this one, but Montreal has looked really good recently. I wouldn't talk you guys off of Montreal. All right. And then we're heading to game number 3 with the marquee matchup of the night. Colorado Avalanche, Vegas Golden Knights, minus 113, minus 110, minus 115, depending on your books. About even money for the Vegas Golden Knights here. And I'm on Colorado. I saw this line, and I don't know why it was so cheap. Colorado should be, especially the way they've played in the first 2 games. I'm sorry. This is a Colorado team that is a world beater right now. This is probably going to be your Stanley Cup playoff or your Stanley Cup champions, and we're getting them at a minus 113. Basically a pick'em price. I don't understand. I don't know how you can go anywhere other than Colorado. I understand Vegas is at home and they're very good at home. But I mean, Colorado is not a bad race. They're 19-9-2 so far this season on the road. They've won 10 straight games heading into this one. They've covered the puck line in 5 of their 6 first playoff games. It's Colorado for me here, and it's a big play on Colorado. It's a 5% best bet for me on Colorado. I think they take this series in 4 games. That being said, if there is ever a game that Vegas wins in a series, it's tonight, down 2-0, desperate to get a win at home. It's tonight, or they're going to get swept. I think they're going to get swept. Save the Puck says it's Colorado. Easy, yeah. A lot more baseball flavors today.
Yeah, a lot more games that we like.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I'm all over that. I had the over in Winnipeg at plus 140. Don't know about game 2. They opened them up as a dog. The Avs. Wait, the Avs opened up as a dog?
Jeez.
Man, that would have been a huge bet for me if I saw them as a dog price there. I just didn't see them there. Wow, that's not what I expected. I understand that Vegas is good at home. They're 23-6-3, but this Colorado team is on another level right now. I don't see anyone stopping Colorado right now, and there's a reason why. Let me see what it is. There's a reason why they're even money to win the Stanley Cup this year. This Colorado team is unreal. Yeah, I wish I seen that too. If we want to look at series props, let's see what the Avalanche in 4 plus 225. It was plus 425 before game number 2. I don't think I can hop on that now, saying they win the next 2 games. I'd rather just bet them both games and hope they win there. If you want to get a little bit, you can get Colorado at plus 125 on the regulation line if you think they get it done without overtime here, which I think is definitely a possibility. Plus 125, Colorado in regulation. Also, staring right in my face, plus 215 puck line. So, sorry, I'm working, yes, on Pinnacle. Wow. I need to sign up for Pinnacle as well. That just looking at like putting in plays and stuff on picks and parlays, Pinnacle lines are always the best. I've noticed I think 90% of our plays have probably come from Pinnacle. So like Pinnacle, I want to sign up for that website. So I'm on Colorado for this game. Colorado minus 113, minus 110, minus 115. I'll probably lay up to minus 125 on them, to be completely honest. So it's Colorado here for me, and it's the over in Montreal as my 2 hockey plays of the day. I wonder who starts for Vegas. If they don't start Fleury, I will laugh. If they announce Robin Lehner is for some reason in net, I will slam the puck line. That's what I'll do. That being said, I think Fleury is going to be in net. I think Colorado wins straight up. But you got some player props for the NBA, Tim.
Yep. We only have 1 game for the NBA, but I decided to get to 2 player props, both on the same team. And just to let you guys know, my player props the last 2 days for NBA have gone 6-0. So I'm on a little bit of a heater for that one. I'm grabbing Luka over the 31.5 points. I'm grabbing Hardaway over the 17.5 points. Those are my 2 player props for today's NBA slate. There'll be a video later for propping it up. I'll be going over these props again. So you guys want to check that out? Cool. But those are my 2 player props for the NBA today.
Yeah. But that's going to just about wrap up this show. Before we head on out, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And turn on those notifications so you guys are notified whenever we go live, which is at the same time every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not a problem. Save the puck. Also, if you want to head on over to Picks and Parleys, where you can find our premium plays over there, use the link in the description, picksandparleys.net/game time. You get 50% off our 7-day packages. But that's just about it here.
Quick recap.
Yeah, quick recap. Chanel, so I'm with you. The Avs, yeah, I'm sorry. Your Golden Knights don't really stand too much of a chance here.
No.
They're just badly outmatched, and I think that Avalanche are going to go and probably win the Stanley Cup. But plus 100 is probably not a spot I want to get to. But quick recap for today. You go first, Tim.
Baseball, I got Philadelphia, Boston, Tampa Bay on the run line, and the New York Mets. And then with the NBA, I have the Dallas Mavericks. Also, I have my 2 player props with Luka and Hardaway over their points. So those are my plays for today.
I am on the Miami Marlins. I'm also under the 9 runs in the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees game. I'm on the over 8 runs with Arizona and Milwaukee, under 11 with Colorado and Oakland. Mets and San Diego over 7 runs. I'm also on the ice, Winnipeg Jets, Montreal Canadiens over the 5.5 goals, and the Colorado Avalanche minus 113. That's going to just about wrap up this show. I want to thank you guys all for hanging out with us as always.
Go over to Higgs's thing. He'll be starting in about 1 to 2 minutes. So go ahead, check out Winning Free Picks. Go over to his channel. I'm trying to get my link up, but I can't get it. So just go over to Higgs. He'll be live in about 5-ish minutes. So Winning Free Picks. Sorry.
But that's going to just about do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys for hanging out as always. Good luck tonight, whether you are betting in the MLB, the NHL, the NBA, or whatever you guys else bet on, whether it's soccer, WNBA, or any of the other sports out there. Good luck. My name is Nicholas Earle. This has been this is my brother Tim. This has been the Earle Sports Bet Show. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck tonight in your action. Peace out, guys.